Mahanomi too. Hello, everybody. Hello, Raven. This is a video response for you, for Raven. For those of you who are following along, a few videos ago I asked you guys to share with me what you felt like your story was, the fabricated screenplay in your head that you're unconsciously using as an excuse to not let you do the things you want to do. And thank God, beautiful Raven replied. I'm so grateful that you replied. So grateful that I got to hear what you shared and got to have some insight into your experience. And the first thing I want you to know is that by doing that, you just opened a floodgate, like to greatness. Like the more and more we ask for help, the more and more we decree, like we choose, we claim that we are going to be better, we're going to do better, we're going to learn. You can't go back. So I hope you're ready for the ride. I know you are. I can tell by that video. You are a strong, powerful, passionate, amazing person. So I just want to, before I start, I'm not a medical doctor or a psychologist or anything like that. I've just gone through a lot of shit and I feel a lot better. So I want to share, just share my insights. And I love your story. It is actually very, very similar to what I've been going through in my life. I took a few little notes here. Awesome. So the best part about all of this is that you know exactly what to do. I know you know. You said it. You really spoke right into it. I quoted you here. I'll do anything to avoid emotional pain, but it stops me from doing the things I really want to do. Isn't that amazing? That's everybody's story. Just so you know, Raven, I need you to know right now that what you're going through, so many people are going through. So many people. I'm emotional too. The thing you brought up a lot was that you're very sensitive, and that's okay. The moment you accept that how you feel at any given moment is perfect, you're a lot of things are going to change. And here's the interesting part: who who are you to say that it's not perfect? You know, I wanna give you an example of a story. What I was really asking for was the story, this thing you're telling yourself, and you referred to your emotional state. You gave it like an age, like you have the emotions of a 5-year-old, and now you have the emotions of an 8-year-old. So you feel like you're doing better. That's a story, and the way that you know that's the story is because it's not. For one, it's not true. I don't know how old you are. I'm assuming you're maybe 20 years old or something. Let's say you're 20 years old. You have the emotional state of a 20-year-old, of you. You have the emotional state of you. And to say that it's of a 5-year-old is not true. And this is how stories work. If that's something that you say in your head a lot, or if you use vocabulary and languaging a lot that's just not actually true and actually not supportive of you trying to change, you're going to keep yourself in these old patterns. Raven, you have the emotional state of Raven right now, no matter what you're doing. And if someone does something and it triggers you and you get upset and you're really emotional and intense, sweet. That's great. There are people out there who don't even feel a lot. I've gone through stages in my life where I just didn't like feel a lot. I was always thinking about everything. I didn't feel. And then when I could finally, oh, the ability to feel. You said that you cry a lot sometimes. I cry a lot too. Heck, you said you cry at a commercial. You'll cry at I cry at commercials. I watch YouTube videos during the day, and I probably cry or almost cry every single day, at least once. Even if it's just like I watch a clip of like some amazing little boy singing on American Idol, and it's freaking phenomenal, and I'm just like, oh my God, that was so amazing. I do that. A lot of people, I know a lot of people that do that. It's just some people are, you could say because I'm a Pisces, I'm emotional. Maybe you're a Pisces. I don't really care if any of that stuff's real or not. What it comes down to is that you're extremely smart by the way you delivered your message and what you were sharing and how precise you were and just open. You are so smart, and you know what. Uh, you're very clear about what happened in the past that led you to be the way that you are now, and that's really important. And it has to do with your mother. So, a really important thing to acknowledge, and something we all need, every human needs to acknowledge about their parents, is that your parents did the very best job they could do in raising you. And that's an absolute fact. Even if they did a shitty job, that's as good as they could do. When people know better, they do better. But a lot of the times, people know better, but they have some blockage within themselves. For instance, uh, they didn't feel confident enough, or they were stressed about something at work, or they were this and that stopped them from fully acting from their highest path. So, and you were very compassionate to your mother too, saying how sometimes she needed you to just like man up, so to speak, and like take care of your own because she was busy taking care of all of her stuff. That's very compassionate of you, and a really important step on this path of changing some of the ways that you are operating right now is forgiveness. If you feel like if there's anything that in you that might be upset at or about your mom and the way that she handled you when you were younger, you're you will eventually have to forgive her. You really will. My dad didn't. I personally, obviously looking back now, I love the way my dad raised me. It was perfect. Even though I didn't like a lot of it, it got me to exactly where I am now, and I love where I am now. But there was a stage where I hated my dad. I didn't like him, and I wasn't grateful for any of the things he did for me until I forgave him for the fact that he did the best job he excuse me, he did the best job he could of raising me, and I wasn't okay with it. He did the best job he could do. It was up to me to forgive him and forgive myself for being such an idiot to not be grateful. Um, a lot of times I do videos in a couple takes. This is my first take. I feel like I'm doing okay though. It's getting kind of long, but thank you for watching. Um, Low self-esteem, lack of self-confidence, worrying about what other people think about you. You know, a, something just intuitively that I feel like would be really beneficial for you will become the power of embodying who you are. I could see you, like, I want to see you going, "Ah, I am Raven." It sounds so cheesy, but just like being you. You're the only person that is you. You have knowledge and wisdom and love to share that nobody else can share the way you do. That is amazing. I I have things to share. I have love and knowledge and wisdom to share. And I went through such a long phase of my life where I was scared of what other people thought about me, and I still do that. I still do that. I still just in the last year I've met like celebrities and or people that I look up to, and I get all like like we all got it. We all do it. It's okay. It's really okay. I really hope that you can I'm inviting you to drop all of these thoughts you have about how you feel and what others might think and what you think about what you're going through and all these things, and just love the fact that you posted a video response to me sharing what you are going through and that you're willing to change and be the best you can be. We're not, here's the thing, it has nothing to do with what other people think. We're not qualified in life by our worthiness, by how worthy we are. We're qualified by our willingness. You posting that video, even though it took 3 days, proved that you're willing to change and that you are changing. In my YouTube lifetime, I've probably had over 100 people who say they're going to post video responses to me regarding these types of things, and they don't. That's amazing that you did. You want to be a singer, you got to sing. That's all it is. Just start. I would love to. I know someday you will post a video on YouTube of you singing, and I'm gonna be so happy. This video is getting kind of long. I just want to. I would love to talk into this even more. If you want to send a video response back to this with any of your reply. But the number one action step. This is how this all works. Action step. What's something you can actually do about this right now? The number one thing you can do, in my humble opinion, is to start surrounding yourself. What are your friends like? What kind of friends do you have? Do you have friends that you can talk to the same way you were just talking to me? That's really necessary. I want you to go to some of your best friends and just be open and authentic with them. And you're going to notice how they actually think about you. And a lot of them are going to be hopefully all of them are going to be really grateful that you shared that, and they're going to want to help you. And it's always worth remembering that you're very young. At least you look young, like you're 20 or something. You're not, you're not 80 years old. You're young. You are in the best position you could possibly be to be going through what you're going through and choosing to learn from it the way you're choosing to learn. And you're destined for greatness, and it'll come very soon. And the sooner you start changing your environment to reflect the change that you want, you're going to get there. You got to become the container for what it is that you want. So you want to be a singer? Just start acting like one. So let's say if you're a singer, then that means you listen to amazing music all the time and you're always grooving and you have a really clean house and a clean room because you're so abundant and you have money and you are organized because you're a businesswoman, because you had to become a musician and start singing and get famous. So start acting like that now. Clean up your room, clean up your house. Start just feeling what it feels like. There's so much I can share. I'm glad. Raven, thank you for giving me the opportunity, because so often do I want people to send me video responses and then I want to respond to them. And I'm realizing now how unstructured this video's been. It's almost 14 minutes. I've said a little bit about a lot of things. Hopefully this was of some benefit to you or anyone else watching. But thank you. If I think of any more really legitimate stuff, actually, I have more. I could make this a freaking hour-long video. I guess I'll just finish now. I'll say thank you. I love you. I'm so grateful for what you're going through and what you're doing. I'll leave you with a quote. The paradox of progress is that I grow each time I realize I can only be where I am. Raven, you can only be where you are right now. And all that matters is what you choose to do next. Do you choose to wait till no one's home and then play your favorite song and sing as loud as you can? Do you choose to exercise more to help balance out your hormones and your emotions? That's another thing I didn't even mention. I wonder do you exercise much? That would be that helps a lot with emotional regulation. Thank you for listening. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. And to all the rest of the internet world out there watching, whose name isn't Raven, thank you for watching. Hopefully this was of benefit to you. If you have no idea who I am or what the hell I'm doing, then subscribe and check out the other videos. Bye-bye.